Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, let's go over the new 1.3 live stream and everything that was talked about in it. So let's jump right into it. I am going to have 3 of the new Primogem codes that came from this live stream up in the corner of this video, so make sure you redeem those before they expire. So the first thing that is coming with 1.3 is the Lantern Rite Festival. This is going to be the main event with 1.3, kind of like the Chalk Prince in 1.2. Zhongli buffs are also going to be coming in 1.3, so Zhongli players rejoice. They also released an official trailer called All That Glitters that pretty much gives us an entire overview of the entire 1.3 update, so I'll leave a link to that in the description below. The first thing that we need to talk about is Xiao's story quest. It's unlocked at AR 23 and requires no story keys during this event. After the event, it will return to its original AR requirement, which is AR 32, and require a story key. Maybe perhaps think about taking advantage of that before the event goes away. So let's start with the overview of everything that is coming in with 1.3. We are going to see the Lantern Rite event. We can see that the rewards for this are quite generous, including another Crown of Sagehood, a new Ascension material item, some name cards, and talent level up materials. Then we are going to see the Stand By Me, which is a free 4-star character of any of the Liyue characters. You get to choose one to keep forever. The 5 Flushes event, which is a photograph event. Vishaps and Where to Find Them, which is a hunting or slaying event for the new Geo Vishap monsters. And then the Ley Line Overflow, which basically gives us double the rewards from Ley Line Blossoms. We'll go into detail for all of these things in a little bit. The next thing that the stream showed us was Xiao's character trailer. So they kind of gave us a quick overview and really basic breakdown of his skills. And basically what they showed us were his normal attacks, his E skill, and his burst. They told us that his normal attacks has a slightly different charge attack. It behaves kind of like Jean's, where it actually launches them into the air instead of away. His plunge damage will make it so that he takes no damage no matter what height he's at. And they also said that height determines the damage of his plunge damage, but they did not mention a cap and whether or not this was the same or different with how plunge attacks works with other characters. So we'll just have to wait and see if that is reflected in his character screen when he comes out. His E skill is a lunging attack that starts with 2 charges and is able to be used in mid-air. And then his burst sees him don the mask and he continuously loses HP in exchange for converting his damage to Animo, getting a large jumping ability increase, and a damage bonus and AoE bonus. We will see Xiao's banner on February 3rd. And then after that, they revealed that Keqing was going to get her own character banner, which will arrive on February 17th. However, these 2 banners are only 2 weeks apart, which leaves a lot of time for a potential 3rd banner. But of course, that is just pure speculation, and there is literally no evidence behind that. Very interesting that these banners are lasting for only 2 weeks, whereas we've usually been getting about 20 days for all of the banners that we've seen so far. This could potentially also mean that we are going to see an overlap between these 2 banners, but again, just purely speculation. Next is the events preview. This is pretty much giving us the overview that I mentioned before, and with this we are getting 10 free Intertwined Fates from login rewards, the 1 free Liyue character to keep forever, about 1,600 plus Primogems that we can earn from participating in all of the events. And then in order to kick off this event, you're going to have to meet Xiao and complete a short story quest. Now let's do a deeper dive into the Lantern Rite Festival. You can see the Stand By Me, which we mentioned earlier, which gives you a free Liyue character. And then there's 4 kind of things to do during this festival. There is the story, there is the tales, there's the theater mechanicus, and then there's Xiao's Market. Xiao's Market is basically this event's event shop. This is basically where we're going to redeem all of our event currency for various materials. The event is also broken into stages. So as we complete quests from the Lantern Rite Tales, we raise something called Festive Fever, and once this fever reaches set requirements, the next stage of the event will auto-unlock, which will give you more quests, storylines, and tons more rewards in the Xiao Market. Here is a sneak peek into Xiao's Market event shop, and we can see that it's broken into 3 stages like we've usually seen for most of the events so far. The rewards are pretty similar to what we've seen in the past, so we can probably expect the same thing. But you can see that the Dust of Azoth is a new new item that will help us transmute elemental materials into the ones that we actually want. More on this later. The Theater Mechanicus. So this is basically how we are going to get event rewards, event currency to exchange in the shop. You can see that there's 3 kinds of currency in the top right hand corner, and this yellow currency seems to be what we need in order to participate in some of the events. They didn't explain what that yellow currency specifically is, so I'm just assuming that's what that is. The Theater Mechanicus is basically a tower defense game, and basically what it is we're supposed to be completing in-game challenges to get Beneficus sigils to be used more in the minigame to make it easier. These sigils unlock a bunch of different mechanici or help upgrade them, and Paimon kind of described this like a board game. There is a lot of stuff described in this section for this new minigame, and it sounds pretty fun, honestly. I think it'd probably be best to just experience it for ourselves than to explain every itty bitty little detail and mechanics in this video. Next is the 5 Flushes of Fortune event. This event basically has us taking photos of different things in order to earn rewards. To initiate this quest, we want to talk to this guy named Ji Tong, in which he's going to give us a curious camera gadget, and what we are supposed to do is to take a photo of a subject each day. This subject is going to be random for each day. You can see from this screenshot that on this particular day, our subject is supposed to be a red item. You will have 10 chances a day to receive the reward and only 10 chances to actually take a picture of the subject. The reward is going to be a random photo of a different color. Collecting 5 sets of different colors will unlock a fortune trove that you guys can redeem for lots of rewards like Primogems, Heroes Wits, Weapon Essential Materials, and more. You can redeem this up to 8 times. Now, we said that the rewards would be random, so they introduced a way to exchange different colored photos with your friends. In order to get the right combinations, you need to redeem a fortune trove. So that means it's time to make some friends. Although I'm sure there's going to be a way to complete this in single player if you don't have any friends. 1.3 introduces a new enemy type, the Geo Vishap. This is basically Mama Geo Vishap. These guys come in literally every single flavor that you can think of. Pyro, Electro, Hydro, Cryo, it's all there. And then there is their boss counterpart, which is the Primo Geo Vishap. This guy is equivalent to basically like the Regisvines, and he is going to be a new boss that drops character ascension materials, namely for Xiao, and possibly for Hu Tao when she releases as well. These guys are also available in all of the flavors: Cryo, Hydro, Electro, and Pyro. The stream even revealed the arena that these new bosses are going to be located and the actual location they are going to spawn at, which is right off to the left of Tianshi Valley. To get acquainted with these new enemies, there is also going to be an event that comes with these guys. Each day, Catherine is going to post 8 commissions. You're going to be able to choose 4 of these to complete, and unlike usual expeditions, you will actually dispatch 4 characters, with each one giving a better chance at bonus rewards. The bonus rewards seem to just be extra Mora, but extra Mora is always nice, so might as well just throw in those characters to get that. You can also get friend support, so that means you can borrow a character from your friends' games in order to reach 100% bonus chance reward. As you progress, you will unlock On the Hunt challenges, which will actually have you face the Geo Vishaps directly, because those expeditions, you aren't actually fighting them. From these screenshots, we can see that we're only getting Primogems, Mora, and XP materials, but from the very first picture that we saw, we can see that we are also going to be getting Weapon Ascension materials and Weapon Ore Enhancement materials. The archive is being updated with a Living Being section, which basically is just going to be a nice archive for all of the enemies and the endemic life that we see in Genshin Impact. The profile screen is getting a little overhaul. We are now able to showcase our characters and even show character details, so that means our friends can click on them if we allow that option, so that they can look at our characters' artifacts, talents, and constellations. It's also going to show people your Spiral Abyss progress and how many total achievements you've unlocked. 1.3 is giving us a new feature in the elemental transmutation, so Timaeus has actually made a breakthrough, so I guess he's not as useless as we all thought. So what this means is that we can exchange character ascension materials from one element to another using the Dust of Azoth material. We saw this material material in the event shop for the lantern rite, and we can see that it takes quite a bit depending on what material you are trying to convert. From the stream, we could only see the gold material and the purple material. The gold material requiring 27 of the Dust of Azoth materials, and then the purple material requiring 9 of them in order to transmute it into a different element. The next feature is the Parametric Transformer. Lon is going to give you a quest to unlock this item once you reach AR 31. This is going to allow us to transmute materials into various different items. Now, the English stream did not tell us what those items were, but from the Chinese stream, we can see that we are getting XP materials and talent books. So we can assume that the rewards are going to be the regular rewards that we usually get. So Mora, talent books, XP books, maybe even weapon ascension materials, or just ascension materials in general. So we'll just have to wait and see. The stream also did not say whether the quality of the material changes the outcome. There's also a little mini game associated with it because it requires elemental energy in order to actually transmute the materials. We can see from the description here, and that this is also on a 7-day timer, so we can't really spam this. The final new feature is the Ley Line Overflow. This basically is going to double the rewards that we get from the Ley Line Blossoms. These double rewards are going to be limited to only 3 a day, so personally for me, I am definitely going to be taking advantage of this with my resin. I also have a feeling that these double rewards for the Ley Line Blossoms is going to become a regular thing when we get big patches and big events, like the Lantern Rite Festival or things like the Chalk Prince event. That pretty much wraps up everything in the 1.3 update. So if this video helped you out, then please leave me a like. And if you liked what you saw, then maybe even consider subscribing to my channel. Alright guys, I will see you guys later.